You did the right thing, Jack.
I wish I could be so sure. Things were a lot simpler in the old days. Ma brought us up to know the difference between right and wrong. You knew there'd be a price to pay for what you'd done. These days, the only crime is getting caught.
You couldn't have sent him to prison.
And why do I feel like I've let her down? Let myself down.
I come in peace.
Hope that hanky's not loaded.
I've had enough of fighting. I was hoping you felt that way too.
You bet. Life's too short.
Good. Well, I told my solicitor to find something that we both agree on. I think she might have come up with something. Joint custody.
How does that work then?
We have an equal say. I can't push them into rugby league if you don't like it, and you can't enrol them in Royal Ballet School if I say no.
Well, it's going to be a long while before he needs to choose a career. I'm more interested in what it means now.
We both care about TJ. It's just we both have a say in how he grows up. I think it can work.
Well, I'll need a few more details first.
Well, Rachel's coming round the house at 2 to explain. I was hoping that maybe you could be there.
OK. It's a date. Been a while since we've had one of them to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sorry it hasn't worked out the way that we hoped. But we've been through too much together to keep on fighting. I hope we can be at least friends.
Me too.
See you too.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's here.
OK, not funny.
Yes, funny, from where I'm standing.
Look, if you were a real mate, you wouldn't be taking the mickey, you'd be finding a way to help me out.
Like booking a hotel room for a dirty weekend?
No, just, you know, tell her to back off, I'm not interested.
She's not going to listen to me, is she? You're going to have to tell her yourself.
OK. Just don't. Hi. OK. There's something I need to say.
Oh, always pleased to talk.
Well, but not now, because I've got the dinners to make, so maybe we could meet up later.
Oh, why don't you let me help? Yeah, then we can talk while you're cooking.
Great.
Right, contracts.
All right, thanks.
I was wondering maybe we could go somewhere tonight, you know, because you had to rush off from your pudding. Maybe go for a quick drink, if you've not much time for anything else.
Tom, shouldn't you be getting off? There might be traffic on the ring road.
Oh, right, OK, just come in.
Tom, about tonight?
Oh, yeah, give us a ring. Maybe we can sort something out. See you, love.
Shall I stir the sauce?
What? Well, just check if it's sticking, you know. No, you can't treat it like that. Sauce like this, it's a delicate thing. You use gentle strokes, gentle. You just whack it with a spoon.
Oh, sorry. I'll chop the veg.
Oh, no, they meant to be julienne. Just...
Oh, I thought they were carrots.
No, just leave it, will you? Let me do it myself, please.
Sorry. I'm rubbish in the kitchen. Mum always gets annoyed as well. Maybe you could teach me how to cook. You know, it'd be fun.
Would it?
Yes, something we could do together. A way of getting to know each other better.
I don't really like people in my kitchen, you know. It invades my space.
Look, I know this is hard for you, Marlon, but we're both shy and maybe a bit lonely. And I think we make a really good couple. And you must think so too, otherwise you wouldn't have asked me here.
I asked you here because I wanted to tell you to back off.
Look, don't be defensive. I'm not trying to rush you. I'll take Trisha's place.
How could you even think that? You could never take a place. Do you know what? I wouldn't even look at you twice if you were the last girl in the world. Donna.
It's over. Forget it. We can start getting on with our own lives.
Except I don't have a family anymore.
I'm family. Where's the police?
You better let them in.
What do you think they're doing here? You don't think Jack would have changed his story?
Might be best if he did.
So watch out what you say to him.
I guess you know we spoke to Jack last night.
Yeah, he told me.
As a result of his statement, it appears there's insufficient evidence to prove intent to murder. But it seems to me there's still a few unanswered questions.
Certainly plenty of speculation in the village. Of course, can't build a case based on gossip, but it sets you thinking.
Sometimes people lie to protect themselves, protect other people. Quite often they think they're doing it for the right reasons, but in my experience, that lie always comes back to haunt you.
In the long run, it's usually best to face up to the truth, rather than live with a lie for the rest of your life.
We were wondering if there's anything you'd like to get off your chest, Andy. Like to make a new statement?
He's a good man, Jack. You're lucky he took you in. Perhaps you ought to read it through again and decide whether it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but.
Nothing to add.
You've had your answer. Leave him alone.
Naturally, your shotgun licence will be revoked to prevent any further accidents. Think yourself fortunate, that's all it is.
Ah oui, je cherche le raisin Gewürztraminière. Now she's hung up on me.
Who's that, an old French flame?
No, a snooty French vineyard.
So what's this Gewürz you think you're after anyway?
Well, it's a lovely spicy grape. Yeah, originates in Chile. I want to graft one onto my vines. The trouble is, I can't get anyone to sell me one.
Well, then we'll have to nick one.
That's a nice idea. But since I've been negotiating with half the vineyards in France, the finger of suspicion is bound to point at moi.
Not if you get one from Chile.
You got an answer for everything.
That's what you pay me for, innit?
All right, clever clogs, try this one. In order to get a vine into this country, you need a plant passport. But vines from South America are prohibited because of pest disease risk in the EU.
Right, well, we're going to need a very cunning thief then, aren't we?
So you don't mind me asking Dawn to sit in, then?
Well, it's a good idea. We can't take it further without her agreement.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've got a problem there. I mean, she wants to get this sorted out as much as I do.
That's what you said before the CAFCAS meeting.
Yeah, well, this time's going to be different.
Hi, sorry if I'm a bit late. Just got TJ down for his lunchtime nap.
That's okay. I believe Terry's already spoken to you about sharing residence. Or custody, if you'd rather call it that.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure what it entails, so I've got lots of questions.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Well, yesterday I took TJ for a hearing test, so would this mean that I had to ask Terry first?
Not for a test, no. But if it came to a decision over whether he needed a hearing aid, you would need to consult Terry over something that important.
Thanks. Supposing I wanted to move on...
Well, no, look, I'm not going to put obstacles in your way. As long as I'm still involved in TJ's life, I'll be happy.
If you're both willing to cooperate, there'll be a way through most problems.
I've just got to pop out to the cash and carry, so you'll have to look after the shop. Now, if anybody wants the post office, tell them I'll open up when I get back. And if TJ wakes up, then you can... What?
You can't just dump everything on me when it suits. I'm not your unpaid servant.
Unpaid? I give you a roof over your head, 3 meals a day, clothes, makeup and pocket money. You cost me a fortune, and all I ask is for a little favour every now and again.
Cinderella gets more free time than I do. In case you hadn't noticed, I've got a life. And right now it stinks. I need some time on my own.
Boyfriend trouble again, is it? I warned you you would make a fool of yourself over that dingle.
Just get off my back, Mum.
Just going. Looking after the shop will give you something to take your mind off it.
Oh, what about the champagne?
Celebrating Jack coming out of hospital.
Something like that.
Nice idea, but we don't sell alcohol to minors.
I'm 18. I'm just small for my age.
On your bike.
Hard luck. Nice try, though.
You all right? Look, you like been crying.
Oh, just been dumped once too often.
Wherever he is, he needs his eyes tested. A bit of luck for me, though. If you're free, that means I can ask you out on a date.
No offence, but you're a bit short.
I could wear heels.
Stilts, maybe. There's still the age difference. Give me a call in 10 years.
It's a date.
Hang on. My treat for cheering me up.
Look, I don't want to get into trouble.
She can only be mad at me till she wants another favour. Just hide it in your coat when you go through the village.
Cheers.
I've got another appointment to go to. But I hope you'll both feel free to contact me if there's any other points that need clarifying.
All seems fine to me.
Good. The courts prefer these things settled by agreement, if that's possible. I'll give you both a few days to think it over and then get on with the paperwork.
Right. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Well, I think this calls for a celebration. Fancy going to the Woolly?
Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't matter what we think about each other. It's just that we're both going to want to be there for all the special occasions. It's first steps. First day at school.
Look, I don't want to be made to rush into any decisions I'm not sure of.
Well, of course not. But it don't stop us having a drink, does it?
Well, I'll see you over there later. I've got a couple of calls to make first.
Hey, well, I'll have one on the bar ready for you.
What are you going to have?
I had a gin and tonic. I'll deal with that.
Gin and tonic and a whiskey, please.
Tom, it's me. I'm stuck in Harrogate still trying to track these ingredients down. But I'll see you in the Woolpack at 5. Bye.
There you go. Who was it?
That's wrong number. I'll give you a hand when we get back to the office, seeing as your secretary has such long lunch hours.
Oh, you're a treasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Someone to see you, love. I wanted to explain.
There's nothing to explain. You made yourself quite clear.
I'd best leave you to it. Thanks, Mum. Donna, I never meant to upset you like that.
Well, I ought to be getting used to this by now. Stephen and Robert didn't really like me either.
I do like you. Just not like that.
Please don't tell me that you want us to be friends.
But I do.
Why is that all anyone ever wants? Why do they fall in love with Katie but think I'm just a joke? I'm a person too, Marlon. I've got feelings and dreams and hopes.
One day, you know, one day the right bloke will come along
Yeah, one did this afternoon. Shame about him being 13. But it don't matter, does it? It's only Donna. We can all have a good laugh about it.
I never laughed at you. I feel terrible about what happened.
Well, we've got something in common then, haven't we? Because I feel terrible and all. The only difference is I've got to live with this. And you'll be out laughing with your mates before the day's over. Just get lost, Marlon. I want to be on my own.
I expect she's just having trouble finding somebody to look after TJ.
I'm sure she would have rung you if she couldn't come.
Champagne's ready.
Well, maybe you should leave it on ice for a while, because I'm really not sure this joint custody is such a good idea.
Don't you want me to be part of his childhood?
It wouldn't work. If I've got to run everything past you first, we might as well still be married.
It's not going to be like that. I told you, I'm not going to put obstacles in your way.
Maybe you do believe that now, but I can just see more and more rows over the years. I need to be free of all that, so I'm asking you to drop this idea of joint custody.
No way.
I'll make sure you get fair access.
I want more than that. After all you said, you just want to cut me out of his life.
If you try and fight me on this, I will get onto my solicitor and I'll apply for sole custody.
I thought we ought to celebrate.
What exactly?
I've still got plenty to celebrate. Look, I was dead worried about you going inside.
Well, don't worry. I'll always be here for you. I owe you that. You're the one that told me the truth, even if I won't listen.
I'll get that. What do you want?
Andy, I just wanted to say how glad I was that they dropped the charges. Gives us all a chance to get back to normal, eh?
Does it? From where I'm standing, it changes nothing. I've still lost my wife and my family and everything that ever mattered to me.
I never wanted it like this. You will never know how sorry I am.
You got everything you wanted.
He's late. Well, he was in here earlier with Sadie. Oh, he's probably got caught up at work. Give him a ring.
No, I already phoned him once and he ignored it. No, I think he's cooling it.
It's only been 10 minutes. I've waited longer than that for a bloke.
Well, I don't want to look desperate.
Oh, cheers.
It's not just about tonight. He's got this big dinner party for his friends organised for tomorrow night, and he's not invited me. Now, that is more than cooling it. That is positively frosty. Oh, maybe I've just missed my chance.
Dawn's not here right now.
Good. Maybe I'll get more sense out of you about this custody thing.
Oh, it's not down to me. It's his Dawn's call.
You're his granddad. You've got to care what happens.
Yeah, of course I do.
Right. Look, it's just that I thought we were getting somewhere. I thought we could settle all this by agreement.
Yeah, but she reckons that it wouldn't work. She's got to have sole custody.
So it's her way or the highway?
That's the way it's got to be, yeah.
That's how it was for you, wasn't it, Bob? You let Jean freeze you out of your kid's life. You can't get those years back. You should know that better than anybody. I mean, when things began to go sour, Dawn's first thought was to run back to her mummy. She didn't turn to you, because she'd been brought up to do without you. I don't want that to happen with TJ.
It is not like that. Dawn loves her dad.
Does she? What would happen if she had a row with Viv? Do you think she'd hang around here till you got it sorted out? Bob, you know what it is to lose contact. When she decides to run off to Spain again, we're both going to be in the same boat. I'll have lost my son and you will lose your grandson.
She wouldn't do that.
She could. All I'm asking is that you talk to her. Make her see that all I want is what's best for TJ.
I'm sorry, Terry. I've got to support my daughter on this. Look, if you've got any sense, then you'll go along with it too. This is your best chance of keeping contact with your son.
What, till she decides to run off again? No, thanks. And if you haven't got the guts to stand up for what's right, I have. I'll fight this in court. At least that way I'll have a chance of being a real dad.